So, good evening, everyone, and I will say good afternoon in all the places, good morning in all the places. I am in London, United Kingdom, so I'm just going to say good evening. Um, Quickly, I want to say something about an issue going around the internet right now. This issue of Marygold, Lande's wife, Dara, and Lande himself, and Babatee. I have a bit of advice for ladies actually. And my first advice is love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself very well. Love yourself more than you can even love anybody. Because even the Bible says it commands that you should love others like we love ourselves. So if you don't love yourself, how are you going to love others? Because if Dara loves herself, she wouldn't even be a friend to Marygold. I'm not saying we shouldn't keep friends. Yes, please keep friends. I have two very close friends. I have two very close friends. And I don't think when we have our misunderstanding, I don't think we go to the extent of disgracing ourselves, embarrassing ourselves. It is uncalled for. So my number one advice for ladies especially is that you love yourself. Love yourself to the fullest. Love yourself. Think about yourself first before any other person. This is very important because I know that a lot of people tend to rely on friends. Yes, we have very good friends around there. I'm not saying we shouldn't have friends. Please have good friends. That's my number one advice. Love yourself. Number two is self respect. To me, I don't think Marygold even has any self respect. Because if you have any self respect, when you're disgracing your friends, embarrassing your friends, you're actually embarrassing yourself. I don't know if you get it. If I go around the internet and start saying, oh, because I've got two very good close friends, or three, rather, I'll say they're three. I got three very good close friends. So, and then I go around and say bad things about my friends. How does what I say portray me? It equally means that if I call any of my friends, I shall onishekushe, whatever name I call them, whether they're prostitute, whether I call them by any other name, that same thing applies to me. So when you're talking, when you're misbehaving on the internet, that internet you see, is for record purpose. Whatever we do stays there. It's not just your post that stays. Other people will repost for you. And they are not going to remove their own posts because you removed yours. So that's why I say we need to have self-respect, whether you're a man or a woman. Please have self-respect, have self-dignity. Because if you have self-dignity, you won't come out and say, oh, even if you meet your friend, maybe taught him Basun. I'm sorry I'm speaking Yoruba in my video, but obviously I'm a Yoruba girl, so I will speak my language. Even if you meet your friend, it is not from your own mouth that you will start saying that I'm sorry, it's not my business. So, and I don't even have friends that do that anyway. That's a point of correction. Sometimes the kind of friends you follow says the kind of person you are. Yes, it is true that we've seen some people follow bad friends, yet their character is not damaged. Somehow, I will say that Dara herself is better than Marygold. I stand full chested to say, even that Marygold is single, Dara is better than her. I'm not supporting Dara that she's done so many wrong things. I'm not saying that what she's done is good, but I'm saying if Dara was keeping a friend better than Marygold, Dara's life would have been better. So sometimes we need to choose rightly. Now, the third thing in life is to have self control. Have self control. Ladies, I live in England. I live in London precisely. I know that it's cold. And I know that during cold season, everybody wants to sleep with a husband, with his wife, whichever way. But when you go about living your matrimonial home and doing it elsewhere, it's called adultery. And if you're not married, it's called fornication. So, my little advice is to have self control. Obviously, everybody cannot be like me. You might decide to say, oh, I want to stay with one man. You might decide to say you want to stay with three men. Excuse me. Go ahead. Do it respectfully and have self control. I'm not going to be the one to tell you to stay with one man. I'm not coming to tell you that you should stay with one woman. It's not my business. But I will tell you that whatever you're doing and you don't do with your brain, you don't think well before doing, will damage you. So I'm not saying don't smoke. It's not my business if you smoke. It's your own dignity. And let me tell you something. Smoking kills early. It destroys your lungs. So if you want to smoke, go ahead. Tó bá wá fi sìgá sílẹ̀, tó wá lọ bá igbó, tó lọ bá cocaine, jọ, ṣáyé mi ló ń dàrú ni. Oh, sorry I did speak Yoruba. If you leave cigarettes and go to Indian hemp, and leave Indian hemp, and then you go ahead to something other than Indian hemp, Joe, how is that my business? Why are you not being responsible? Have self control. Most of the things that I was doing, she was drinking. She was drinking, she was taking shots. I don't think she was even in her right mind. Have self control. Think before you do things. If you know that smoking Indian or whatever thing you're doing can destroy what you're going to do next, why are you doing it? Now, if you know that when you drink, you don't have self control, I'm not advocating for these things, please. It's not my business. I'm just saying if you're going to do it responsibly. Be responsible about it. Do it responsibly. Please. You know, in this life, you just do what we like. Especially the youths of today. No self-respect, no self-control. Please. Àwa náà ò ṣe kékeré rí. We grew up too. What is all this? My only little advice for you, like I say, is self-control. Another thing, my number 4 is for future references. Before you take any step, and this is for the men, Lande especially, before you take any step, look at the repercussion. Lande has come out to say that Babatee is sleeping with his wife. Lande himself, Oniteteni, according to his wife. We don't have evidence for that. And it is not my business. But the damage Lande himself has done, he will never in his life forget. People will always point to him. His children will hear about it. So whatever we do, please think clearly before we take steps. If you're bringing somebody to internet, people will come and put their mouth. It is you that brought your matter to internet, but you don't know where your matter will go to. So before you bring it, before you come and break down on internet, please think about it. Think before acting. Don't just act. It's very important that we think, because it's like a lot of people don't think now. They just bring things to internet. You just bring things to internet. Ẹ kàn máa gbé wá fún wa. A dẹ̀ rá àwọn èèyàn bíi títí wa yìí náà, wọ́n máa bá yín dá sí. A máa bá yín dá sí. But come to think of it, most of those people, tó bá yín dá sí, have they given you, like, do you now have rest now? Do you have peace? In fact, Lande, I don't think you have peace. I think you're in pieces because the damage you've done, you and Marygold, the damage you have done to Dara, me, Dara, in 3 generations to come, we get over it. Because if Dara removes her post, some people have posted it. Others will repost. Others will repost. So my little advice and candid advice are these 4 advice I have given. Ladies, John Toriolong, please beware. Beware. Why are you doing all this drinking, all this smoking, all this? Why? And if you must do it, if you think it's too much, why are you taking decisions while doing it? I beg in the name of God, please, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. Let's think of our own future. Even if some of you think you don't have future, think of your children's future. Think of your family's future. Think of others who are related to you. Think of their future. It is well with us. So, my own candid advice. Emma Binu, please take it from me. It's JT. I'm still the one talking. It is JT. Thank you.